Today I'm going to talk about ab exercises. So abs are fantastic all over conditioning. They help with every movement that you do. So abs are crucial. Now today we're going to work on what is called an extinction set. So an extinction is obviously when you go to total failure, which is a good term in exercise. It means you can't possibly do any more movements of that same particular exercise, and then you leave it and go on to the next exercise. So the very first exercise, we're going to do 5 repetitions. That's only 5 reps. You have a rest, you do it again. Have a rest, you do it again. And you keep going until you cannot do the 5th repetition again. And once you have failed, you then go to the next exercise. So the first exercise we're going to do is called a W. So get down on the floor. What you're doing is you place your hands, fingers facing forwards, you lean back slightly, and you're lifting your legs up into a W, down, and then up and down. And that is 1 rep. So it only goes up a little bit for the middle bit of the W, then high. On the other bit. Five reps. That was 5, and then you repeat. This next exercise we're going to call plank crossovers. It's working your obliques, which are here. And this is quite a hard exercise, and we're going to do 10 repetitions, and that is 1 set, 1 round. As we've already discussed, extinction exercises, you do 10, have a rest, 10, have a rest, and you keep repeating until you can't manage the 10. So you get into the plank position on your hands, you bring your knee to the opposite elbow, and then you lift and back. That's 1 rep. 3. So this sit-up is a different variation to normal sit-up. It's called the butterfly sit-up. So all you do is have your hands across your shoulders, your feet are on the floor, you lean back, and as you come up, you extend your arms out. So you're a butterfly. I'm going to do 10 of these. Nice and tall when you sit up. Try and keep the feet on the floor, look forwards. This exercise is working the obliques again. It's called a V-sit with a twist. So basically you sit back, hands on the floor, you're only supporting your body lightly, and as you bring your knees up, you then twist from side to side. So as your legs go out, you move your back backwards, and as you bring your legs up, you bring your chest towards your knees. And we're going to do that for 45 seconds. Now some of you might not be able to manage 45 seconds. You just do as many as you can. This next exercise is a standard crunch. There's different ways of doing this, but this way we're just going to lift the upper body off the ground. So just place your hands by your ears, you're not actually holding on, you're not pulling your head up. Head nice and straight. You just lift up, hold for 5 seconds and down. That's 1 rep. 2, You're really engaging the core while you're doing this. And you do that 10 times. So we've all seen the film Rocky where he's doing oblique twists, moving his elbow to the opposite knee. This is a slight variation. So I'm going to show you a few reps. Now I want you to try and do 10. Remember, it's an extinction set, so you keep going until you can't repeat any more sets of 10. So all you do is your hands are by your ears, not actually touching. You come up, you twist explosively back to the middle and down. Up, twist, back, down. Twist, back, down. So the twist has to be really explosive. Then back to the middle, pause before you come down. It's not a bang, 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 bang like Rocky was doing in his movies. This exercise is really good to stop you getting any neck pain. So a lot of my clients say, oh, my neck hurts when I do sit-ups, which suggests that they're using their neck to pull their heads up rather than engaging their abs. So you just sit up, your feet on the floor. I call these sit downs. Hands across the chest, and all you do is you lower as far as you can before the feet come off the floor, and you come back up. So you'll feel the shake, you'll feel it engaging up there. Like so. So another area we haven't worked on the core is the lower back muscles. So this exercise is called hyperextensions. There's a couple of variations. So you lie flat on the floor. I normally have my hands by my ears here. And all you're doing is you're lifting your upper body up as high as you can. Now it's important you get the breathing right in this exercise. So you're blowing out as you go down and you're inhaling as you come up. So this is a hyperextension. You lift as high as you can and down. To make it harder, you can pulse at the top, little movements holding at the top, or you can extend your hands out at the front like Superman. And I suggest that you perform those for up to 30 seconds. Another ab exercise, which I call a true ab crunch, is you lift your feet, cross the ankles and have your knees at a 90-degree angle. You're coming back, come as high as you can. This takes the hip flexors out of the equation. Breathe out as you come up. Now if your neck does get tired, put the tongue in the roof of your mouth and that relieves the neck muscles. Okay, this last exercise, the sun's right on my face, I'm wearing sunglasses. I want you to hook your feet under something. Somebody can hold your feet as well, that's another way of doing it. But you're working your hip flexors here as well as the lower abs, okay? So normally I wouldn't suggest doing this exercise where you hook your feet under something because I want you to use your abs and not the hip flexors. But the hip flexors are a crucial part of triathlon training because you're cycling and running all the time. So place your hands by your ears again, hook your feet under and literally come up. Now as you get tired, you will start to engage your hip flexors a bit more as your abs start getting weak. Sit up as nice and tall as you can with the body and nice and slow down.